R is for red, of course. Red can conjure up all sorts of images, both positive and negative. There's a red carpet treatment, paint the town red, seeing red in the red. My grandfather's nickname was actually Red. Can you guess why? And I still have one of his rockers right here. And he was born in the 1800s, and I still have his little red rocking chair. So I love red. I hope you do too. I think it's one of those colors that when you ask a kindergartner, what's your favorite color? Red, red, red. So I like red, especially when it comes to food. Watermelon, strawberries, red peppers, beets, all sorts of red vegetables that are so healthy and good for you. So today, R is for red beets. It's also for roasted vegetables. So we're going to give it a whirl. But before we do, I have a question for you. Contact lenses. What could these have to do with the color red? I'll let you think about that for a minute until we get back to our recipe for R. And think about that, and I'll give you the answer in a few minutes, okay? So we're going to make roasted vegetables. Now, I know you've probably had them boiled. You've had them baked. You've had them in the microwave. And roasted is a whole different flavor. It's a real nutty flavor. If you don't eat vegetables, or if you don't like the flavor, if you don't like the beets or sweet potatoes, I'm just going to ask you, try it roasted. It changes the texture, it changes the flavor, so give it a try. It's very simple, and when I make roasted vegetables, I make a ton of them because they do shrink down, and you think you're going to have so many you could never eat them all, and they really do shrink down to a nice quantity that you can keep in the refrigerator and have throughout the whole week for lunches and dinners and things. Here's what I did. I took some roasted red beets. Now, I want you to see that I roasted the beets separately. Only because they bleed, they have a real strong color to them, and I didn't want them to interfere with the white onions and things. So I did roast the beets separately in a separate dish. But inside here are the things that I chose to use. And again, it's what you have in your refrigerator, things that you especially like. Most vegetables roast up nicely. I even had roasted Brussels sprouts the other day that were out of this world. Green beans are a great choice. But what I happen to have on hand today is sweet potatoes. I had some orange peppers, some green peppers, the zucchini, red onions and white onions, and a few mushrooms thrown in as well. Now, I put them all in a bowl, and again, you might want to remember to slice them all about the same thickness. That way they'll roast evenly, and you won't have some that are done more than others. So I put those in a bowl, added some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's all. That's all there was to it. I mixed them around, let them sit for a little bit, and then I put them on the baking dish. Now I have some already back here. Let me show you real quick how they shrunk down and what they look like. Now I had these on one of these clay baking sheets that's for pizza, and look at the roasted vegetables. Now when I started out with this, the whole thing was covered. And I tried to spread them out so that each of them is touching the bottom of the clay baking dish. But look at that, how they've shrunk. Now I'm going to take them back here real quick. I'm going to take my tongs and put them on a plate for you to see. And how they ended up looking. And then I'm going to tell you how I use them. Now, again, I cooked them for about 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And halfway through, I did go into the oven and stir them around a little bit and flip them. And you can see they get a little brown and crispy. They just brings out all the delicious flavors. They're wonderful. There's just a good change from the boiled kind of vegetables or the kind that you steam. These are, again, make a bunch, put them in Tupperware, put them in baggies, and you'll have them throughout the whole week. Now, how do I use them? Well, I like to put them on a wrap, on a sandwich. They're great. I love doing that. I love putting them on top of pasta, on top of rice, and honestly, I just like them right by themselves. You're getting some needed oil, and you're getting all your vitamins, very low points, very low calories, and filling food. It fills you up for less points because there's fiber in here, there's liquid in them, and again, they're just so tasty. The sweet potatoes, wonderful flavoring. I hope you try it. Even if your family doesn't like veggies or you don't, try the roasted kind. It's a whole different flavor. They're very, very good. Give it a try. See what you come up with. Now, as for the contact lenses, what do these have to do with bread? Well, I was reading in a magazine the other day that one company put red contact lenses, not on people, on chickens. Can you believe it? They put contact lenses in chickens. You know what they found out? The chickens were less aggressive. They ate less and they produced more. The company said something like they could make $600 million more in the egg laying process just by putting their red lenses in the chickens. So that was pretty amusing. I got to thinking, I wonder why that happened, and it hit me. I bet they were looking through the world at rose-colored glasses. Oh, I'm not sure why it was, but I thought that was an interesting tidbit. So I hope you try that recipe. I hope you try roasted vegetables for a change. And well, I'm just off now. I'll see you. I'm going on a red letter day adventure. Not really. More than likely, I'm going to the grocery store. But as always, I just hope you have a very healthy and a happy experience with all the foods that we've been cooking. I hope you try some of the recipes. And as always, happy, healthy eating and cooking. Bye now. See you next time.